Hey, happy Sunday everybody. Irish Pepper 2A here, and I am coming out with a video today that I never ever thought that I would have to make. When everybody talks about, prepping, safety, security, they're always thinking about, the boom booms, the food supplies, security of your house, being aware of your person in public situations. However, it goes beyond that. In this day and age, you need to be aware and be very careful about your online and digital presence. Now, I would not be doing this if a situation hadn't arisen that actually happened to a person that was very near and dear to me. And, in this particular instance, this individual was conned into thinking they were talking to a celebrity personality, specifically a musician. And they were conned into purchasing a VIP pass with Apple Pay cards. And the amount is insignificant. I'm not going to talk about that, but nonetheless, when somebody takes your money and provides nothing in return, that is theft, plain and simple. And these scammers will go on and they will portray a celebrity persona, and they will say all the right things and gain your confidence. Then they will come back and give you some boohoo story about how their management team has all their money wrapped up, or their money is tied up with a donation organization, things like that. And that if you only purchase the pass, they promise to reimburse you later on down the line. And guess what? Okay, that never happens. Never. They get the money and then they continue to up the ante until you either stand your ground and challenge it, or you become completely devastated. Case in point, there was a case happened to a lady in France about a year or so ago. The woman was scammed by a person claiming to be Brad Pitt. Now, this is online, guys. You can go read this for yourself, but I'm going to give you the quick down and dirty on it. And the person claiming to be Brad Pitt told the lady that all his money was tied up into legal fees while he was dealing with Angelina Jolie. The short of it is, this person actually convinced this woman to divorce her husband, get a settlement, and took her for, believe it or not, $850,000. $850,000. The lady was finally forced to realize that she was not involved with the real Brad Pitt, and had come to accept that she lost the money. And now, as I said, she also divorced her husband. Can't remember if I mentioned that just previously. So much stuff going through my mind right now. She divorced her husband. I'm assuming that's how she got the $850,000. They must have been well-to-do. Gave it all away to this online scammer. And at the end of the day, this person is now institutionalized for mental instability because of how her life was ruined. I can't imagine anything worse. A lot of times people think, when you mention the word online predator, everybody's mind automatically goes to the, Chris Hansen, To Catch a Predator, adults seeking children. Now that does happen. However, if older adults are being manipulated like this, just think about what chance a child has being online, unsupervised, with limitations on their, digital access, what they could be susceptible to. If adults are going for this, just think about the innocence of a child. It's scary when you actually think about it. So, as the old saying goes, if it sounds too good to be true, it is. It's too good to be true. There is no celebrity out there that needs your money. When you're talking people worth millions and millions of dollars and things like that, and they want, a few hundred from you for a VIP pass or a, number one fan card. It's ridiculous, guys. The reason I'm making this video, as I said, I promised the person that was scammed that I would do it, because the thought process is, even if we can just reach out to one person, just one, and help one from being taken advantage of, then our work is done here. Okay? So, be careful with, number one, be careful with your heart. Be careful with your heart, because that's what they tug at. They tug at your heart. They pull at your heartstrings. They say all the right things. And if you actually do the research on it, which I've done, it's almost like they're reading from a manuscript. Every single one starts out the same way. You can see a pattern in the language. And as they become more relaxed with you, you'll notice a difference in the sentence structure of the messages, the grammar. It won't be as eloquent as it was in the beginning. They start to get lazy. Those are your red flags. And, the number one red flag is when, the money situation pops up. That's the biggest red flag. So, all right, guys, I just wanted to, make a quick video about this. The scammers are real. The hurt is real. The damage is real. You need to protect yourself in every way possible, because there are people out there ready to take advantage of you, physically, spiritually, financially, you name it. It's very rare to find a friend. It's very rare. So when you find a friend, cherish that person and keep yourself safe and protected. All right, guys, Irish Pepper 2A and Remy, we're going to sign off. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Take care of yourselves. And by God's means, please stay safe out there. Take care.